It's your boy DEATHWAVE. I got a special interview tonight. It's with my brother in arms, A-Shock the Tyrant. You know what I'm saying? AKA Shock, AKA the king and god of anime bars. Now, before we get into all of these AKAs and names, A-Shock versus A-Shock the Tyrant, we're gonna need correct spelling of your name, my guy. We're gonna need some backstory of why there's two personalities. We're gonna need your music handles. We're gonna need your battle rap handles. Can you tell us how to type it into social media so we can follow you and your battles? And just give us some backstory, like why did A-Shock start battling? Like, let the people know that.
What's good, DEATHWAVE, my TCO brother? Thanks for having me. What's good, y'all? I'm A-Shock the Tyrant. I was spelled as A-Shock space D-A Tyrant. Yeah, and I just wanted to touch on what made me start rapping, like DEATHWAVE said, which is a good question. I used to get bullied back in school, you see what I'm saying? Middle school and all that. A little bit in high school, but not really as much as middle school. I wanted to make a difference in hip-hop when it came to, being a black nerd. Because I'm a guest in the culture, but I'm not a guest in the culture. I'm not a guest, obviously, because of my skin tone. I'm a guest because I'm not from the streets, and that's where hip-hop originated from. And I want to show that guys like myself can be able to throw down in the ring when it comes to lyrical capabilities. You see what I'm saying? That we belong to in the culture. We want to show that you don't have to be street, or you don't have to be affiliated in street stuff to be part of hip-hop music, to be part of the culture, whatever. So yeah, I started rapping back in September 2013 when I was a junior in high school. I have two personas, A-Shock and the Tyrant. A-Shock is more on my positive side and the Tyrant is more on my negative side. A-Shock is, I say, more positive, more motivational, more inspiration type, talk about heartbreak, whether it's on beat and music, more the music type, or whether talk about an acapella, talk about his pain, or whatever, you see what I'm saying? Growing up that he's familiar with. Don't put on an act for nobody. If I've never been through it, I don't talk about it in my music. I don't talk about it through battles or none of that. Now, the Tyrant is the negative side of me, my alter ego, I would say, that I made since I was in middle school, but didn't really use to high school. You know what I'm saying? From all that fueled anger and aggression from being bullied, mad and upset. Even sometimes I think about it too still. Because one thing I learned, because Eminem is my inspiration, you know what I'm saying? One thing I always keep in my head that he always says is, try and think of something that really gets you mad. You know what I'm saying? Just really makes you go crazy, and you just, the creativity, the creative juices just flow. And then I just grab the pen, I just start writing, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what the Tyrant is, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He's more of what I use to take my anger out, my aggression, if I feel that way. But other than that, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, A_shock_DA_Tyrant. That's where I have my Instagram page. You can find a little few, me doing some acapella clips, verses for free. Freestyle type, not freestyle off the dome, just, random written freestyles. Also, I'll put my music up there too, and me rapping on beats here and there. I also do rap challenges too on Instagram. I've been on platforms of Instagram called the Snake Pit, Bar Keepers. I've been on Beats for Bars, etc. It's not really hard to find me. Just type in A-Shock the Tyrant on Instagram there, look me up, and I'll be around here and there on different people's platforms. Music wise, same thing I said my name before, A-Shock D-A Tyrant. BandLab, the same thing too. To see my battles on YouTube, go on YouTube, make sure you type in A-Shock the Tyrant verse, and then most of my battles will come up. Just put in A-Shock, you may not find nothing, close to nothing. So put A-Shock the Tyrant verse, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also thinking maybe later on in September, I might drop A Shock vs. the Tyrant 4 EP in September. I'm not sure yet. It's in my mind right now, maybe, because I dropped the first one back in September 2020 when I was going through a little depression or something personal I ain't gonna bring up right now. So that first EP, A Shock vs. the Tyrant EP that I made, kind of saved me from that and brought me back into, getting back in the notepad and, perfecting my craft even more. Then A Shock vs. the Tyrant 2 EP came out in the next September. Then the third one just recently came out this past September, and I'm gonna think of making a fourth one. So far, it's in the works. Yet again, it's a maybe. I'm not sure though, but that's what I'm looking at right now. But yeah, shout outs to my league, Verbal Abuse Battle Zone, battle rap league that I'm a part of online. I've done online battle straight. I've been online battle rapping since June of 2018. I'm still going now. Before, I never really took writing that serious. I used to just, freestyle for fun. Then I actually started taking the craft more serious by actually writing, because the pen is mightier than the sword, you know what I'm saying? And you bring out most creativity when you're writing, because freestyle, there's only so much you could come up with right on the spot, So I'm very thankful that the online leagues that I've been a part of helped me realize that. Verbal Abuse Battle Zone, my league, formerly Raised the Bar, it was a connection between the two, used to. Then I got 2019, the next year, I went on Gauge Battle League, outside league, my first time battling outside of my home, and I made a name for myself on their platform too, and I got a little fan base off of them too. Slaughterhouse Battle League also. I've been on DCUBL, Dallas Cutting Up Battle League. That is, it used to be formerly known as Penhaz. I was on it back then when it was an online league, but now it's being pushed into a live league now, and that's great. Just had a recent battle on the stage. Normally a live league, but they run in a division called Press Start, an online league. I had a battle over there too. So yeah, just check out my work on YouTube, and thanks again, y'all. Peace.
It's Rula said penny, huh? Bitch, take off your panties, huh? Glocker end up fanny, huh? That little bitch up hammy, huh? Glocker.
What up? We're in the second part of the interview with my brother Shock. And Shock, a lot of people really don't realize just how fire your resume is, battle rap wise. So if you could explain to people who haven't seen you battle, just who have you battled before in your battle rap career, can you also tell us which battles that really stood out to you, where you felt like you left a stamp? And recently, music-wise, I seen that you dropped a diss track for Swavey, Wildcard Swavey, for those who want to know who that diss track was about. Do you see yourself doing more diss tracks? Do you see yourself on wax tournaments? Do you see yourself continuing that avenue? Because that itself is an artful lane where you can use plenty of creativity and, make a name for yourself as well. So people who are watching this, what do you have to say about your past battles, your resume, this diss track? Will you be doing more diss tracks? And what the hell is going on with the Shock for the future? I think that's the best way to say it. Part 2.
What's good, Wave? What up, bro? That's a good question. On my resume so far, like battle rap wise that I battled online, I have some people there that I battled that are doing live right now, making themselves on the live stage. You got Taj from Verbal Abuse Battle Zone, originally like myself. He's doing this thing, in the UBL, and in the stage too. I think he's gonna make his debut eventually. He's been battling more in some southern leagues. You see what I'm saying? My guy Mr. Man too. I didn't battle him though. No. We both from the same online league. He's doing this thing in live battles. I battled Rob Raw UBL, know him very well, also on the stage. From DOA, from Mississippi, originally from Milltown, Milwaukee. Yo, Rob Raw, he's dope. Check him out if you haven't. Pretty sure most of y'all know who he is, probably. I was his last online battle. He didn't have to do it, because he's doing lives now. He's getting paid doing lives. Why go back and battle online for free? You see what I'm saying? But only because he had that respect for me, he was willing to do it. The same thing with Mac Ray, Mac the Captain, now on iBattle doing this thing. You see what I'm saying? I was his last online battle too. You know what I'm saying? And he did the same thing, vice versa, like Rob Raw did, out of respect for me, and I really appreciate that too. Yeah, those are the only three I could think of off the top of my head that I battled that's, perform on the live stage. Oh, you also got Icicle Sinatra, my league owner from Purple Beast Battle Zone. He doing his thing on Bars Battle League. Doing live battles out there in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? So, I battled a few heads already that are doing live right now, back before in the online era, or even just decide, come back just to face me. And as for the Swavey diss track, that was my first time actually doing a diss track, to be honest. I never ever did one before, so I appreciate all the feedback I got from it, positive and negative, and I'm just gonna keep on looking forward to be better at it. Do I feel like doing, banger battles, being on wax more often? Sure, why not? Something new to me something new to me that I could, keep on trying to progress and get better at, because when it came to rapping in general, I've always rapped way more on acapella than I have on beat, you know what I'm saying? And some people say when it comes to my beat, flowing on beat, I need to work on that a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? So good, I'm taking all types of, consideration. Some people say, I'm dope on beat, some people say I'm trash on beat, but right now, I feel as though I'm okay on beat. Like, at first I was so terrible, I was garbage on beat, to keep it real with you. Like, rapping on beat was so hard for me, because I'm so into the battle rap acapella mindset at one point, and then I just decided, start maturing myself and said, let me branch out, let me get out of that mindset, because there's always more things to learn. And plus, you get bored and it gets corny always doing the same thing, you see what I'm saying? So you gotta try to jump back and forth from one thing to the next, just to keep that both things, interesting to you. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to take a break from one thing, go to the other, and vice versa. So yeah.